Okay, unmuting the mic, always difficult. Okay, so welcome to a slightly different edition of Project Next Generation Online. Today we're going to do things a little bit differently, in that instead of showing you how to do stuff, we're going to have a good old-fashioned unboxing. So we will get to that in just a second, but first I just wanted to show off a quick little website tweak here, just to kind of show off some cool stuff. If you ever want to tell all of your cool friends about how awesome Project Next Generation is, now you can go to our website, elmwoodparklibrary.org, and at the end of the URL, just type in /PNG and hit enter, and it will take you directly to our subpage on the website. So that's a new recent change. And then, of course, once you're on this page, you can hit that big old link in the middle to take you to the class blog, and that'll show you exactly what's going on today. So today, of course, is the Kano PC Laptop unboxing, which is exciting. This is actually not the laptop. This is the Kano computer kit. So we actually already owned this. We bought these a few years ago and thought they were pretty cool, but weren't really sure quite how to use them. So just quickly, I will show this off. We'll do two unboxings today. So this was the original Kano computer kit, and so that was kind of cool because it basically was a computer in a box. Now, the computer in this case was a Raspberry Pi, which you can see is a tiny, tiny little computer. Now, it comes in this little case, and Raspberry Pi is a very popular, it's like a circuit board. Basically, the entire computer is on this chip right here. Let's see if we can get a top-down view. So you've got your various ports, network port, bunch of USB ports. You've got HDMI out and a headphone jack and USB, and then you've got your actual processor right there on the chip. So that was cool. We were really excited about that in the beginning, and part of the fun of the class is you kind of put all this stuff together and assemble your own computer. You got a keyboard. I love this tiny little key. If you like tiny keyboards, this is definitely super cool. But it would have a little charging cable. It comes out of the back with a magnet. Tiny. It's so tiny. It's actually not. Yeah, it's a very, for a kid maybe it might be cool. But then you have a trackpad over on the side, and the left and right click were over here. So it's a little different. And then in the rest of the box, you've got, you've got your HDMI cable, you've got a speaker, power adapter, USB, all that kind of stuff. So, and then I think this is Wi-Fi, USB Wi-Fi adapter. So that would plug in just like a flash drive. Oh, that cap, there we go. Yeah, USB, there you go. So you put all this together, and then you would have to hook it up to a TV or a monitor that you already had, and then you would boot it up, and it would, well, I think the biggest problem that we had with it was that it ran, it was either Android or Linux, which is cool, but I really like Linux. It's a free operating system alternative to Windows and Mac OS and Chrome and all that kind of stuff. But it just, for the purposes of the class, just didn't, we couldn't really quite figure out how to use it. So today we're going to try out a different computer from the same company. They have created a new one that is, number one, it's a laptop, so that's nice. And number two, it runs Windows, as you can see down here, it runs Windows, so that kind of opens it up to some of the stuff that we're already using it for. And then I don't want to make any promises that I can't keep, but if this goes well, if this is a cool thing, what we would really like to do is get a few of these, and then as part of Project Next Generation, we'll start circulating them, which means you can check them out with your library card and take them home and do some PNG related activities with these laptops. So we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves though, because we literally haven't even taken it out of the box yet. Haven't even broken the seal yet. So let's do that first. Let's break this seal and let's take it out of the box and check it out. And if it's cool, if it's gonna work for us, then maybe we can start talking about all those other things. But today we're just gonna check it out. So let's overham cam this. Open this guy up. Yeah, we've got some instructions here at the top. So how to make a personal computer. So now this is geared, so Kano kind of gears a lot of this towards kids who are interested in physically assembling their own computer. So a lot of that will be kind of done for you. I don't know. So that's. I wish I could just put this box out and be like, here's the Kano kit, but realistically, I'm probably going to have to go ahead and assemble it and boot it up and get it running, and before anyone else ever gets to touch it. But this is kind of cool. Maybe definitely worth a look of how. Oh, sorry, you can't even see it. How this computer is, all the components fit together, and we're probably going to have to actually use this when we go to assemble this thing, because some assembly is definitely required. This is a nice book. Okay, and then some of the other things that I want to get into, and we may not get into all of them in this stream, but I'm hoping to kind of check them out, is some of these activities that come built in to the Kano PC Laptop. So like there's like an art one and lots of fun stuff. That was kind of my biggest issue with the original desktop PC, was that, yeah, it was fun, but it wasn't super educational. I don't know. So we'll check that out. We also have, what else do we have in here? We've got some stickers, which is pretty cool. So if you learn how to make, looks like, they kind of look like badges. So, so as you learn certain skills, you can just personalize your laptop to be what it is. Some compliance information. Good old Federal Communications Commission. All right, let's get into the real deal. Let's pull this back and ooh, all right. So this is the body of the laptop. It's pretty cool. Let's switch over here to this guy. So this is the body of the laptop. There, we've got some ports over on the side. We've got a touch screen on this side, and this right here is kind of a grid. Let's see if we can see it up here. It's a heat sink. So when a computer starts processing data and information, it heats up because it's just through the process of watch as I totally say this wrong, but just through the process of processing information, it generates heat. That's why computers have fans in them, and a heat sink is a passive way of radiating heat away from the processor, so that your processor doesn't melt, essentially. All right, let's take a look back over here. All right, so this looks to be, what is this? I don't know. I think this is a keyboard and a case. Let's see. We got a plastic case, so that I'm assuming fits on the back over the heatsink. So I'm not gonna totally assemble it just yet because we'll read through the instructions and make sure we're doing it correctly. And what else do we have? Oh, this heavy thing is likely the battery. It's got a USB-C port, and it doesn't have any moving parts. That says battery to me. We got, what is this? Either a fan or a speaker. I'm gonna say it is a speaker. With a headphone jack. Seems like a safe bet. And aha, we got a keyboard. So the keyboard and the looks like the back of the laptop all kind of makes a case. So the keyboard definitely seems a bit bigger and better than the old keyboard. Although, here, I'll get out the old one so we can compare. Although I do love the old keyboard because it's just so cute. They're very similar, but you can see that the laptop keyboard is bigger, which is nice for my giant bear paws. Yeah, definitely a nicer keyboard. Interesting to see that they slightly changed the keyboard layout versus like a normal keyboard. Normally you've got like your function or your control keys are usually in the corner. Your Windows key is usually, I mean, I use computers a lot, so I notice this. Most other people may not even pay any attention to that, but yeah, very cool. Very exciting. So let me put this away really quickly, and we will get into putting this thing together and turning it on. Alright, so last couple of things out of this box are power and power cable. And that's it. Pretty cool. So, take off some of this plastic. Oh, stubborn plastic. Here we go. So this is kind of cool. For those of you who have never dealt with a laptop or whatever, a lot of these power adapters will come with a modular design so that you can switch out, depending on what country you're in. Different countries have different outlet styles. So this, I can't even hold it straight. But here's the United States power adapter style. We just lock that in like that. And then we've got, or I should say North American, because I believe Canadian power supplies are the same. Maybe even Mexican power supplies are the same. So we'll say North American power electrical. So, all right, we got ourselves a power cord, which is cool. We'll use that in a minute, in a little bit. Let me try to find the try to find the instructions here. We'll get going with this. All right. So, one of the things that they included is a magnifying glass. So, and I don't think this is going to read on stream at all. Let me take it out of the plastic. But this is I think the idea here is for you to like check out components a little more closely, so you can really zoom in. It says look closely. Yeah, no, that's just confusing the camera because it's trying to focus on it. All right, well, let's look closely at these instructions, shall we? All right, so we're going to start with the screen and the printed circuit board. Or no, I'm sorry, this is literally just an inventory of all the stuff that we've already looked at. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to pick up the touch screen. And I'm going to crease this booklet so that it stays open for me. So we're going to pick up this touchscreen. So there are over 1 million pixels on this display. So that sounds like a lot, but it's actually not. The screen resolution on this is 1024 by 568. So that means there are 568 pixels going this way, and there are 1024 pixels going this way, and that's your screen resolution. So let's do this. Ready? This is going to be very satisfying. And this screen will never be as clean as it is right now. Isn't that just majestic? You can say, hi, hi. Okay. Alright, so we're going to try not to touch that screen because it is very, very clean. Next up, we want to look at the printed circuit board on the back. So we're going to take a look at this part right here. And what should we look for? Well, following along here, we have this booklet. Will not stay open. Okay. We have buttons. We got a power button right here. It's red. We got blue volume up, volume down buttons. We got a headphone jack. Right? Yep, headphone jack. We got a power socket that is also a USB-C port, which in this case is used for power. We also have, if we look here, this silver thing, this silver slot is a SD card slot. So that's storage, that's memory, that's almost like a flash drive, SD card, very small. We also have another spot to plug in sound, and we have another spot to plug in power. That's our battery. And then over here, we got 2 USB ports and an HDMI port. So we'll hook up that HDMI port in a little bit once we get this thing booted up, and you can see what the operating system looks like, what the screen looks like. So, and then we have the heat sink, which is what we were talking about before. It protects, what does it say? It protects very important chips from overheating. But yeah, so you can kind of hear, I don't know if you can hear that. We'll play it right up to the camera. There's your ASMR moment for the day. Kind of a metallic like noise. Okay, what's next? We are zooming right along through this. I don't know how exactly we are going to, how long this is exactly is going to be. So let's see. So underneath that heatsink is the CPU, which has billions of electric switches inside. All right, moving right along. All right, here we go. Let's get to the good stuff. We are gonna power this guy up. So I'm gonna grab this piece of foam here so I can set this thing down without having to worry about scratching the screen. Which, to be fair, it told me to do that like 15 minutes ago. So let's switch to the overhead and let's move this guy out of the way and slide this over. Okay, yeah, perfect. All right, so we're gonna hook up this battery. So the battery is just gonna fit right here. We've got some pegs right here, and we've got some receivers right here. So we're just gonna pop it right down in there. Nice, good fit. Then we're gonna take this USB-C cable and just plug it right into the circuit board. So battery is hooked up. That's awesome. So next up, we need some sound. We need some tunes. So we're gonna grab this speaker, and we got a cool diagram here about how the speaker works. Hold that up. So it says on the outside we can see a black membrane, but the cone vibrates and it makes sounds. Underneath it is a magnet. I think that's one thing that has always. So we used to have a soldering class, a PNG class, where we would put together a soldering kit, and I think that was always the one thing that blew students' mind, is that in every single speaker there is a magnet. Every single speaker has a magnet in it. Also sometimes called a driver, or they kind of go hand in hand with a driver. And so the electricity that flows in, and I'm probably getting this wrong, but you should look it up if you're interested in knowing more about speakers. But the electricity flows in, it oscillates that magnet, which vibrates the membrane, which makes sound. Which, when you think about it, is bananas. It's like, how does that work? How did they figure that out? It's totally nuts. But super, super cool. All right, so we're gonna, you know what? I think this is gonna be easier if we pop this out. If we plug this in first, and then, I was gonna say this is a lot like a headphone jack, but I'm like, do you guys even know what headphones are anymore? Like, headphone jacks are? You're all with your AirPods. Don't even know. These kids today, I tell you what, get off my lawn, etc. All right, so I believe that's all good. Now, I don't know if this, I don't know if the battery has a charge to it. It should. Most devices at least come like sort of charged. So when we turn this on, it may not. I don't know. We'll find out together. But we're going to go ahead and attach the back. Clear plastic case. Snaps into place. Very satisfying. And should be just perusing the instructions here to make sure I didn't leave anything out. All right, we're ready for a fun part here. We got the keyboard. So the keyboard has, let me switch over to this view. The keyboard has these little connectors, pins. So I can already tell, like, that's where things are gonna end up going. So let's go ahead and, because when you look at the bottom of the actual Kano laptop, you can see the 4 pins right over here. They look like they're gonna line up with that. So we'll just, and usually, yep, there's some magnets in there. Makes everything cool. So what's neat is, now that we're connected, we can just fold this up. And this just kind of sits on that, and now you got yourself a laptop. So what do you say? Oh, we got some, like I said, screen. That was the cleanest you will ever have seen that screen. And now there's just like, just random gunk on it. Okay, so we got the laptop hooked up, or we got the keyboard stand hooked up, and all right, we have now built a computer. So before I turn it on, I'm gonna go ahead and try to hook up our HDMI cable so that I can capture, I'd like to capture what's coming out of the laptop so that you can see it. So give me 1 second while I take this HDMI cable, and we're gonna plug this into the HDMI port and plug that into my capture gear. Okay, so then I'm going to turn this guy towards me so I can see what's on the screen, but we'll move over here so that you can also see what's on the screen. Maybe we'll do like that. Right. Okay, so power button's over here. Ooh. Oh, hang on. We missed a piece of, hold on. We missed a piece of plastic. I want to get that so that it doesn't melt. Except, I don't know how to get this case back off. Oh boy. Oh man. We can do this. We're smart. We're capable. Alright. See, I got this piece right here. I want this to not be here. But I already buttoned up this case so well. Everything's snapped into place so snugly. And I have no idea how to get it back off. I think I might just have to let it go. I don't think it's going to like melt or do anything weird. I'll try to take it off later when, you know, people aren't watching me. So let's set this back up. Attach the keyboard. What am I doing wrong? Nothing. Doing everything right. Doing everything right. Okay, ready for this? Let's flip it back to this mode and hit it. And then watch, we don't have any battery. We might need to charge this guy up. I might need to run a cable real quick. Cool. Cool. All right, give me 1 second while I get an extension cord because I don't think I'm close enough to an outlet right now. Oh, wait. Something's happening. Look, we got a Kano. I spoke too soon. I'm just not getting, when I do, tongue-tied. When I do HDMI out on the, okay, now I'm seeing stuff. Woo! What a roller coaster ride. What an amazing just adventure this all has been. So, nope. Oh, okay, so now those of you who are familiar with Windows would recognize this screen. This is very much a Windows kind of screen. So I may have to cut away for a moment as I, I'm assuming I'm going to have to create an account or, you know, something like that. So bear with me. This is some riveting content as we wait for things to load. People are fascinated. They're like, I couldn't stop watching.
Hi there.
When you loaded that operating system, it was my favorite part. Especially when you applied all those Windows updates. All right, so yeah, here we go. We got to sign into some stuff.
Use your voice or the keyboard.
And Windows 10 is just
and if
so.
You'd like me to stay quiet, just select the little microphone icon towards the bottom of your screen.
Okay, so do we want to use our voice?
If you need an assistive screen reader, press the Windows, Control, and Enter keys at the same time.
Oh, this is a very nice trackpad.
Okay,
this is
enough
very
intro.
Nice.
Let's dig in.
I'm into it. I would love to skip. Okay, I didn't actually do anything
Your
there.
region
Okay,
is set to
all right.
the United
We're
States.
in the United States.
Is that right?
Yep, this is
Your
exciting.
keyboard is set
I think
to
this is
US.
a great time for me to.
that?
You just take a drink of water. Yep, we're in the U.S. I said.
Which language
As I
do
said,
you want to use for your second keyboard layout?
We are speaking English today. Scroll. Now this is for your keyboard though. So like if you wanted to have like Spanish characters or something, you might want to choose differently. Different layouts for different locales, different languages. We'll just go with basic
Which keyboard
English.
layout do you want to add?
Okay. Yep. So keyboard layout. Yep. So you can. That's nice. I mean, those are the options that you would expect
now
in a full-on PC. So that's nice to see
that
here.
way you can get updates,
apps,
and cat videos as soon as possible.
Public Wi-Fi.
Mission accomplished. You're all linked up.
Hit next.
Now we have some important setup to do.
And now we wait. Sometimes
now
this can take
what's
forever.
New from Windows.
Sometimes it doesn't. I do think I'm going to jump up and grab a power adapter though, because sometimes
next up,
if your computer is running on battery,
you'll need to select accept to use Windows.
All right, we gotta accept a license agreement. Sometimes if your computer is running on battery, it will clock its processor speed down just a little bit to save your battery, and so sometimes
type your email address or phone number, then follow the instructions to sign in. I'll catch
Okay,
up with you
we're going to
once
sign
that's
in with
done.
our Microsoft account, eh? Well, I don't really want to do that. So let's see if we can just create an account.
Let's get an account going for you. You can use
really
your own
wants me
email
to...
address,
Okay.
or we can help you create a new one.
All right.
Type
Well, I'll
your
sign in with
email
my
address
Microsoft
or
account. I'm
phone
going to
number,
cut back
then follow
to...
the instructions to sign in.
Not
I'll
that.
catch up with you once that's done.
There we go. We'll cut back to this real quick while I... yeah. All right. And... yeah. Okay. Everything's looking real good. All right. Trying to remember what the password is, and then we need a verifier code. Which is going to be here. All right. We are, oh man, I don't want to create a pin. Windows. Okay, let's, hey everybody, look at me. Let's do a pin that's, something I can actually remember. Oh. Okay, so it's numbers only, eh? Oh, you know what? We don't need to do that.
Your spot in apps, files, and websites, so you can keep doing what you were doing.
Yeah, this is
even
all
when you
standard
switch
Windows
devices.
stuff. So I can
Just
see as a
choose
parent
yes to sync your
being,
activities.
I don't know. I guess it's fine. We'll just say yes.
Now let's
It makes
link
me
your phone
curious.
and PC
No, we're not
using
gonna.
a
We're not
Microsoft
gonna do
app
that.
that can work some.
Makes me curious to see how the
Want to
Kano
automatically save files and
experience
photos to
stacks
OneDrive
up
for some added peace of
with,
mind?
you know, on top of Windows. Yeah, I'm good. I don't need OneDrive. Thank you. You know what I mean? Of just like, I know Kano included a bunch
Your
of
PC
stuff,
comes
but
with a
it
free
looks
1
like
month trial of
Microsoft has also
365
included a bunch of stuff.
family.
Like, I don't need a
Should we get it
trial
ready for you to use?
to Office 365, Microsoft
Hey,
thingy.
look, that's me, Cortana. Can I have permission to use the info I need to do my best?
I'm good without the digital assistant. Thank you.
These are the settings Microsoft
So obviously,
recommends.
if we do
Go
decide
ahead and review them
to
and
circulate
select accept when you're ready.
these to the public, if we can figure out a good way to do that, we will likely pre-configure them to turn a lot of this stuff off and to limit a lot of this stuff. So
Almost done
so the
now. We
privacy
just need
minded
to get a few
among
more
us
things polished up for you, and Windows
rest
will be
easy.
all yours. Looking forward to helping out.
Oh, this is my favorite screen when Windows 10 says, hello, we're getting everything ready for you. And then it's going to say, almost there. Oh no, this might take several minutes. It's very soothing while giving you, I don't want to say bad information, bad news. It's not bad news, but it's just like, hey. Okay, I'm going to get that power adapter, just so I don't have to think about it any longer. And hopefully we will pop out of this in just a minute and be ready to rock and roll. You guys listening to me get this power cord out? Like I said, riveting. Most exciting thing in years. So, let's check this out. Alright, so we got the power adapter, and I just brought over an extension cord because we're kind of sitting in the middle of the room, so there isn't. I mean, this cord's decent, but it's not super long. So we'll plug this in here, and then the power cord is going to plug in right here, and that's just USB-C. So you can plug in just about any. Hey, we got a usable desktop. Look at that! It's so colorful and pretty. Here, let me get my. Let's get some of this stuff off the screen. What should we go with? I'd like to do HDMI. Well, we'll just do HDMI webcam. So look at that. That's pretty cool. So we've got a usable desktop. I mean, this is Windows. This is straight up like, yeah. So that's a cool thing about. That's a really cool thing about this versus anything else is, if you're used to using Windows, if you're not into the limitations that come along with a Chromebook or running, Android or Linux on a Raspberry Pi or something, then this is pretty much where you want to be. So we've got some. Let's just check this one out right here, right off the bat. We won't mess around with this stuff for too long, but check it out. I'm not sure if this thing is making noise. It looks like it is. So I should probably bring that down a little bit. I don't know what's happening right now, because you can probably hear it, but I can't. So it's probably just music. I don't know. But it looks like we've got some different kind of aspects of the computer that it will teach us about. So we can say, like, this looks like a processor to me. Or no, we're talking about binary, which would relate to the processor. If there was any kind of an explanation as to what this is all about, I was not listening to it. But if I had to guess, I would say, so this chain of binary here, depending on the variables here, if you switch them from ones to zeros, they basically change to a different image. I don't know. Avocado. Interesting. Let's check out flash storage. Get a little tour. A little tour of what's going on inside. Turn your computer around to see the chip. Well, here. I'll show you. I don't know exactly where they're talking about. Okay, so look, if we look on the image in the thing, you see there's an HDMI. So it would be kind of somewhere in this neighborhood. It'd be like right here. Right. Riveting content. What else we got? Transistors. We're gonna type some stuff. Ready? Nothing's happening. Cool. I would love to. Oh, I gotta type it over here. My bad. Hello, world. So it's taking the characters that I just typed, hello world, and it's breaking them down into binary. That's bananas. That's how data works. Right. Try typing hello world. Yep. We're moving on. We're not doing that anymore. Thank you. We're gonna draw. Oh, let's use the touch screen. We're gonna use the touch screen. So what are we doing? We're drawing. This is how the sunset image on the left looks when stored as just ones and zeros. Try drawing on the sunset and watch the binary change on the right. All right, so we're gonna draw on the sunset. We'll color it in, and we'll add some streaky lines. Oh, we might. There we go. Streaky lines. So that's all of our binary over here. All the green stuff. That is Indecipherable. Let's keep going. All right. I think that's it for this page. So what's on the next page? The next page is sound. Now, once again, I don't have any sound, so hopefully you're hearing whatever is coming out. But so we'll play a noise. It looks cool. I hope it sounds cool. I'll have to watch the recording and see what it's all about. I hear nothing. Looking at the waveforms over here in OBS. Oh no, you hear something. Okay, cool. I'm like, okay. Pretty cool. Alright. Alright. What's next? So we're just scratching the surface, just poking around in here. We got Kano code, so this is kind of a big one. Kano's real. I think that's how Kano got its start, was teaching kids how to code, fun coding exercises, and then kind of branch out from there. I could have it backwards. I don't know. But are we booting up? What are we doing here, bud? We're thinking about stuff. We're thinking about stuff. But this is pretty cool. I like it. So apparently when you're like, here we go. When you're finished using it, I think you just kind of flip the keyboard down, and then this folds over, and then I think you just use this strap here to just fold around the top like this, and that holds it closed. So that's kind of cool. This thing is big and it's a bit heavy. This is like a big old, this is like Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire right here. But it's pretty cool. It feels sturdy. I mean, as sturdy as it can for a device that, you know, has a foldable keyboard. But yeah, pretty cool. Alright, our display went to sleep when I did that. So let's see if we can wake it back up. Might have to hit that power button. Wake up! Hello! We got a power button over here. Oh, I might have broken its little brain by doing that. That could have been a bad idea. But that's okay. We'll turn it off, turn it back on. I don't know. Let me try. Oh, we got life. Okay. Oh, you can see my super cool. Oh, so let's get the. I don't want you to watch my fingers and guess my password here. Because you're crafty and I know you'll do it. Okay. Yeah. No, this is pretty cool. Let's see if we can, one more time, let's see if we can open Kano code, just to kind of pop it open and take a look at it. And then we'll wrap it up. So, yeah, so I'll take this back to my office and take a closer look at it, and we'll figure out what we can do with these. And if we think that these might be popular or useful, then we'll get some more of them. We'll buy some more of them and take it from there. Alright, so we need a username. Sure, we'll go with the default username. Sounds good to me. Oh, a secret password. Okay. I don't think we're coming back to this, so... Oh boy, you want me to sign up with an email address? Hey, you know what? I think I already have an account and a password. Hang on one second while I retrieve my credentials. Let's go down here to log in with an account. Enter your Kano username, which I think is PNG Kano 3. And my secret password, which I'm not telling you. Alright. Nope. Maybe not. There is a slight possibility that this could be case sensitive, but that doesn't work. Oh well, it was worth a shot. So I'm going to abandon this. I don't want to do this. See if we can make some art. Do you like cool art? I like cool art. Alright. See what this is all about. We'll allow some cookies here, and this seems very appropriate to the holiday. Check this out. What's going on? Alright. Oh, you know what? This is very similar, or at least it reminds me of Khan Academy. Okay, I did not mean to do that. I mean, to be fair, it says click the menu to start a new creation. And that's not what I was trying to do, man. Oh, excuse me. Alright. We're going to skip that. Yeah, I want to make some art. Let's do this. Background, charcoal. Where do I type that? Here? Background, charcoal. Boom. Now what? Stroke 0. Did I do that right? I think I did that wrong. I want to draw a solid shape with no strokes, so type stroke 0. We can move into position for the skull, so we're gonna say move to 250, 200. And just so you guys know, I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never done this before. I'm just following the directions. Our skull. Oh, I should move. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. Give me this guy. Hi. Alright. So, our skull should be white. So, set the drawing color with color white. The skull is made with an ellipse, a kind of squashed circle. Make this with ellipse 140, 120. Whoa, 120. I like 210 though. But we'll play by the rules. 120. It's starting to take shape. Add the final slice the same way. Type move 60, 90. I don't know what that one did. Square 120. Move 10 dash minus. Is that dash or minus? Probably minus 50. Whoa. Whoa. This is taking shape. Color. Charcoal. Circle. 40. Ha. Move 100. Circle 40. Move negative 50. 60. Circle 10. Move 40. Whoa. 60. Ha! This is cool. Rectangle. 80. 20. Boom. We did it. We're basically super artists now. I'm going to click next. Oh, now we could do a spooky cat if we wanted to. That's pretty cool, man. I didn't draw anything. There was no artistic talent there. It was all just typing in commands and moving to vectors. So that's really cool. Make art. I like that a lot. I'm going to X out of that. And I think that might be it for today's class, if you want to call it that. But yeah, I was excited, and I thought that would be neat for you all to check out this Kano laptop. And hopefully, if I can figure it out, you will actually literally be able to check it out from the library. So let's go ahead and shut this down for now. I'll be taking a closer look at this later as we kind of evaluate it and figure out if we can use it and buy more. But yeah. So, well, hey, I know what you want to see. Oh, not that. That's not what you want to see. You want to see this guy, right? I mean, that's where the action is. So, yeah. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. So I was showing earlier, we'll unplug the HDMI here, and we can unplug the power for now. But yeah, you can just go ahead and flip this down, and this can, oh, there's a magnet. I wasn't sure about that earlier. But yeah, you can pop this up and just lay it down like that, and then there's an elastic strap right here, and you can wrap that around the front like that. And then you got a laptop that stays closed. Pretty cool. All right. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I know this has been a weird episode, and that's okay. But I wanted you to see that, and so remember, if you are interested in more Project Next Generation, there is a lot more to come. We've got some things in the works, obviously, but it hasn't posted yet. Stay tuned to this space, and I think on Monday we'll be posting oh man, my brain. We'll be posting the next project that we're going to do on October 30th, which will be a Halloween themed. It's going to be, we're not going to use the computer, so you can totally do this at home. You can follow along at home. It's going to be papercraft. So what we're going to do is just print out a sheet of paper that you can get online. If you want, you can print it out here at the library. Curbside printing is still free, I believe. And we're going to cut that out, and we're going to fold it up, and it's going to make a little jack-o'-lantern. So I'll do an entire video next week. Sorry, time is tricky right now, but I'll do an entire video on how to put it all together, how to cut it out, put it all together. It's the 30th, the day before Halloween. I know that for a fact. Everything else is questionable. All right. I want to thank the Elmwood Park Public Library, the State Library of Illinois, and the Library Services and Technology Act, folks who run and oversee the grants given out by the Library Services and Technology Act funds. Without them, without all of you, PNG would not be possible. So thank you, and thank you for watching. We'll be back next week. All right. Bye.